Hey everybody, this is your girl Tiffany coming to you with a review video or slash haul video. What I'm going to be reviewing are my eBay palettes. I finally received my last order that I had recently placed last month on eBay for my palette, the very last palette. As you know, that the eBay palettes are basically the Coastal Scents palettes, just like the Coastal Scents and the BH Cosmetics palettes. BH Cosmetics just orders them from Hong Kong and slaps their name across them and sells them for a higher price. But if you order them straight from Hong Kong on eBay, you get it for like less than half the price. So I will tell you the price of the palettes that each palette that I show you. I have the seller of some of them, but I'm pretty sure like you can just type the name in of the palette and it'll pop up. And then look for the cheapest one. And then usually it's free shipping. Now it does take like 2 to possibly 3 weeks. Everything that I ordered here took about 2.5 weeks. Some of the things came earlier, but I'll say in all it was 2 to 3 weeks. So the first palette that I'm going to talk about is a palette that I've actually had for a while, but because I was doing the eBay palette haul slash review, I wanted to include every palette I've ever ordered from eBay. So this palette is the 15 concealer palette, and for those of you who follow my channel or have watched previous videos, you know that this pink duct tape that I got that from Family Dollar, I believe. And I decorate all of my eBay palettes with that because the palettes come matte black all over like this. So just to differentiate between the palettes and everything, I put the names on them in the cute little pink paper, and I use the duct tape just to make it look girly, whatever. So this palette is the 15 concealer palette, and it looks like this. As you can see, I barely use the lighter colors. I usually use just these 3 darker colors. Sometimes I use these lighter colors to highlight a little bit. And then it comes with the purple, the green, and like a iridescent white color. I know that the purple and green are for, and then you have the lighter colors. This is good for someone who has who does a lot of other people's makeup, so it's good for makeup artists and everything, just to have all these concealer colors available to you so you don't have to carry small individual concealer jars. So I would recommend this. And this palette I paid about $4 for, including shipping, so it's free shipping. It's like $4 or some change. It wasn't over $5. So just search in eBay 15 concealer palette and it'll pop up. It's very, very cheap. As you can see, it's really small. It's like the size of my hand. Even my hand is bigger than it is. It's really my nails. But yeah, so that shows you just how small it is. It's really cute and compact. The next palette that I'm going to be talking about is my 42 double stack palette. And again, it has the pretty decorating, well, I think it's pretty decorating and personalization. This palette, I talked about this palette before. I did like a separate review on this palette, and I talked about how the difference between this one and the one from Coastal Scents. I don't have the one from Coastal Scents, but I do hear like a couple people have posted on that actual video that they're matte, because I ordered, this comes in, for those of you who don't know, this comes in matte and also shimmer. However, this one that I ordered from Hong Kong, it has a mixture of the two. It has some shimmer and it has some matte. So I wanted to know, anyone that has the actual one that comes from Coastal Scents, is theirs like that too? But I'm hearing that their matte palette that they ordered straight from Coastal Scents has all mattes in it. But for the money that I saved on ordering it from eBay straight from Hong Kong, I can't complain. I do like the colors. I do have a lot of matte eyeshadows anyway, so just having the few that shimmer colors that are mixed up in here won't hurt. So this palette, it has 42 colors altogether, 10 blushes and 32 eyeshadows. So they're very pigmented. This is a good palette also to have. It's like you carry your blushes and your eyeshadows all in one palette. So this is even perfect for someone who doesn't do makeup but is going over a girlfriend's house to get ready to go out or something, and they're like, you know how girls are when they're getting ready to go out somewhere. We like to play in makeup and all that. So this would be good to have a little fun with your friends and for a makeup artist, because everything in here is pigmented. And I paid $12.99 free shipping for this palette. On Coastal Scents it's $19.95, and then you have to pay $8 shipping unless you order $50 worth of stuff. So I paid $13 for this with free shipping, and this is the quickest palette that came. This is the very first one that I got back, so this came within a week. So the next palette I'm going to be reviewing is the 10 color blush palette. And like I said, it has the pink decoration. I know that everybody is going crazy over the Coastal Scents Blush 2 palette. However, I didn't order that one because I have so much blush. But more than likely, I'm pretty sure I'll end up ordering it anyway pretty soon. But I didn't want to get the first one from Coastal Scents because I think that they have it overpriced. Whatever. But I ordered this from eBay, and I only paid $6 for this. It was $6.56, and it was free shipping. So I paid $7, roughly $7 for this palette for 10 blushes, 10 pigmented blushes. Now, the only downside to this is because of my dark skin, a lot of the colors I can't use as blushes, but some of them I can use as highlights because of the shimmer that are in them. But because I do makeup and I do other people's makeup, this is really good for me, and I didn't waste. It wasn't a waste because I can still take this with me on a gig, and if I have lighter complected clients, I have all of these options here. But just for me, if it was just for me, I wouldn't be able to use all of the colors in here. But even still, for 10 blushes for $7, you really can't beat that price, and they are pigmented. So either way, it's not a bad buy. So that's what that looks like. The next one I'm going to be talking about is my 120 palette, and like I said, this is the first edition. I've had this for a little while. I did a review on it, or haul when I first got it. It's down in those videos somewhere. But just to go over it quickly, it's the basic 120 palette that looks the same as everybody else's. The colors are very pigmented. This is my very first 120 palette that I ever ordered, and this got me hooked. I love having all of these colors available to me. I love just opening them and looking at them and getting inspiration from the colors. And like I said, this is the exact same 120 palette that BH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents sell, and I ended up paying only like $10 for this palette with free shipping. And the colors are very pigmented. Like I'll swatch this green, and that's with a soft swatch. This black. So the colors are very pigmented. So this was a really, really good buy. I really, really love this palette. Everything came packaged nicely. Only product that didn't come pretty packaged nicely, I'll talk to you guys about. So this is the 120 palette, the first edition. Then the next thing that I ordered is another product that I've had for a while is the 28 blush palette. This, again, I'm a blush whore. I love blush. So this, for me personally, I really like the colors. Because of my dark skin, a lot of the colors I can't use as a blush alone, but I can use them as either an eyeshadow or a highlight. So it wasn't a waste. I paid $8 for this palette, I believe. Free shipping. Everything that I order from eBay is free shipping. So when I tell you the price, don't ask, how much the shipping, because usually I try to wait and look for stuff with free shipping, no matter how long I have to wait. So the colors are, the pigmentation is not as good as it could be, or it's not like they are not La Femme blushes, so don't compare them to that. But for $8 for 28 blushes, these are really good, and especially for someone who is, like I said, that's, you know, does other people's makeup, and or you just like to play in makeup, you like to play and you do, you know, do your friends' makeup or whatever. This is a really good product, and the colors are pigmented to some extent. I mean, how much blush do you actually need to put on? So, I mean, the colors, you know, it comes off just about as much blush as you would actually need to wear. So this is a good buy. Like I said, I paid $8 for this. Then I got another concealer palette, and right now I'm on this concealer kick right now. I go through my little spurts of things that I like to buy. Like one month it'll be like eyeliner, the next month it'll be lip gloss, the next month it'll be lipstick, the next month it'll be blush, then it'll be foundation. Right now this month is concealer. I'm like obsessed with like buying different concealers. I don't know. So this concealer palette, I got this from eBay, and I paid $6.83 for this with free shipping. This is compared to, or is, I don't have the palette to compare it to, but they say that this is exactly like the Coastal Scents Camouflage palette. So it has all these lighter colors. I actually used this palette on a client of mine that I did today. So I do like it. It's very the colors are very creamy. There's a lot of color payoff. They're not real oily. They're very thick. I hate real oily concealers because it doesn't do anything. So I really like really thick and creamy concealers. The colors are really good. They have darker, as you can see, they have the darker colors and the lighter colors. Of course, there's always more lighter colors. They don't, you know, represent for us dark skinned sisters, but whatever. But I guess, you know, usually when you conceal, you use a lighter color, but whatever. So I'll be using this for my makeup clients and sometimes even myself. So I thought that this would be good to throw in my kit when I go on, go do my clients. So like I said, I paid $6.83 for this, free shipping. And my favorite buy of all of, well, my first favorite buy of all of my eBay palettes. This is the 123rd edition palette. I fought with myself over which edition or next edition to buy in the 120 palettes. I knew that I didn't want the second one because the second one was basically the first one. Just the colors were, the eyeshadows were lined up differently. So I thought that that was dumb to buy that one. So then I looked at the third one, and then I looked at the fourth one. I don't like all shimmers. I don't want an all shimmer palette, so I didn't want to get that one. And then the fifth one, it's either the fourth or the fifth one that have like one side is neutral and the other side is like colorful. I didn't want that one because I had already ordered another palette that I'll talk to you guys about. So I thought that the third one had really, really high reviews on YouTube, so I decided that I would try that one. And plus, for the price that I paid for, you couldn't beat it. I paid $10.78 free shipping for this palette. And it is the exact same palette. Like, I've watched so many videos about the third edition 120 palette. I know exactly what it looks like when I see it. So this is the exact same palette that BH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents sell, or will soon be selling, for like $20. I paid $10.78 exactly for this palette, and it looks like this. And I love this palette. I don't know what it is about this particular palette that I love so much. I think it's the mixture of the colors that are in here. The colors are just so different, especially it has like your cool tone colors on one side, and then your warm tone colors on the other side. I usually use the warm tone side the most, but the cool tone I will be using, especially since spring is coming up. The colors are very pigmented. Just the color selection, especially in the warm side of the palette, is awesome. Like, I just love the like different like lilacs and like soft grays, and just it's very, very pretty. So my 120 palette does not have colors like this, so that's why I love this palette so much. And I just love I'm obsessed with palettes. So that's another thing that I'm going through this month with my buying kick is palettes. So I love this palette. If you don't have the 120 palette, the 3rd edition, definitely go out and buy this. You will love it. If you're trying to decide, like I was, on which palette to get, you don't want to get all of them because you feel like you're wasting your money. But if you just want to get another one, get the 3rd edition palette. You will not regret it. Trust me. Another palette that is very, very, very popular on YouTube and also in my makeup group that I'm in. I love you guys. Hey, this is the Neon palette. That's actually how I found out about it, in my makeup group on Facebook. So, excuse my broken nail, you guys. I broke it at work. Ugh. I'll get it fixed ASAP. So this is the Neon palette. It looks like this. This palette is to die for. Now, since I have been watching this girl, she's a Caucasian girl. I forgot her name. I'll try to link it in the bottom bar below. But her videos are very, very good. Her makeup is fucking awesome. Like, I love, because most Caucasian women, or a lot of Caucasian women, are scared to wear the colors that she wears. So I love her daringness. I love her spunk. I love her bravery. And like, it's intimidating, and it's also inspiring. Like, I love it. Because most people of her complexion or her color, they think, oh, I can't wear that color. I'm too light, or I'm too this, or I'm too that. And she wears it. She rocks it. And I always like look at her and I'm like, she is a perfect example of proof that just because you're light skinned or just because you're white doesn't mean that you can't wear bright colors on your eyes. Like, whatever. This palette is awesome. I've seen her use this palette, but it has a Bitch Slap Cosmetics name on it. This, of course, I ordered from eBay. Has no name on it. And I paid $7.57 free shipping for this palette. $7.57 for this palette. 28 colors, neon. There is no neutral colors in this palette. All the colors are pigmented. And this is like your spring palette right here. Perfect for spring looks. I've done 2 tutorials from this palette so far. With spring coming up, there will definitely be more, because I have some pretty sundresses that I'm going to be doing some pretty looks on. So stay tuned for those. I'll swatch a couple colors. I did review this palette, but just in case you didn't get a chance to see it, go check it out. But I will swatch a couple, but still, go check that video out. So that's this green, and I'm just softly swatching. So that'll show you the pigmentation, and I'm not gonna go any further. So if you don't go to eBay like right now, finish watching my video, but like go to eBay like right now and get this palette. $7.57 free shipping. Do not order this from B8 or what is it, Bitch Slap Cosmetics, because the palette, her said Bitch Slap Cosmetics, but it was this palette. So order it from eBay. $7.57. So the last palette, and more than likely the neon palette was my second fave. The 3rd edition 120 palette was my first fave. This has to be my 3rd fave. I do have issues with this palette, but I will be reviewing it. I haven't seen that many videos on this, so I'm going to do a separate video about this palette alone and focus way more on this. But I'm just going to show it to you guys and tell you about it a little bit. I ordered this from eBay, and I paid $12 and some change for this. I got this from buyingcoins.com, I believe. That was the seller name, at least. But they do have their own website, and that's what it looks like. This is a 120, they call it the 124th edition, but I hear that this is like the Sedona Lace 120 palette edition, 4th edition. But I did not order this from Sedona Lace. I'm pretty sure that because it's from Sedona Lace, it's like $30 or $40. But I ordered it straight from Hong Kong, and I paid $12 and some change for it, free shipping. Now, this is the very last palette. No, the camouflage palette was the very last palette I was waiting on. This came right before the camouflage palette. But however, I have issues with how this was sent to me, but I will talk about that in my next video. But you know what? No, because this is the eBay haul. So this palette was not packaged very well. I had 13 eyeshadows broken. I had to fix and repress all 14 of them because I was looking so much forward to getting this palette because I love doing neutral looks. I'm like, oh, 120 neutral colors, that has to be the bomb. And it is. But I didn't like the fact that I had to repress 13 shadows. It took me like an hour. So I was very disappointed at that. It just came in a regular little manila envelope with one sheet of bubble wrap wrapped around it. No styrofoam, no box, no nothing. So when I looked at the packaging, I knew that the shadows were going to be broken. I knew. So luckily it was only 13 of them, but I will be emailing the seller to tell him about himself or herself or themselves. I will be. Actually, I'm going to do that right after I finish this video because I keep saying that and I keep forgetting. Like, I'm such a procrastinator. So I will be letting them know about themselves. But however, once I've pressed all the broken eyeshadows, the eyeshadows are very, very pigmented. Some of them are very powdery and chalky, but for the most part the palette is very good. I don't have the Sedona Lace one to compare it to, but when I looked on the website and I looked at other people's videos about the Sedona Lace 120 Neutral Palette 4th edition, it was this. So I saved a lot of money. I paid $12 and some change for this palette from eBay. So I'll swatch a couple colors. My hands are still dirty from the neon palette. Let's see. So that one is one of the powdery ones. And then here's one of the greens. Only thing that I don't like about this palette, there's no dark brown. There's no like dark brown. But they do have like a smoky black gray. So I guess that I could like mix some colors together and you know, come up with that. But they have a lot of taupes, a lot of whites, a lot of sandy colors, mint green colors, a couple like 1 or 2 burgundies, silvers. But if you like neutral looks, if you like to do neutral looks, this is the palette for you. So check that out on eBay, and hopefully when I send them this little nice mean email, they will do something about how they ship this product. So I hope you guys enjoy my eBay palette haul or / review. And some of the palettes I will be doing individual reviews on them. So if you see them and you don't want to hear about the palette again, sorry, just go to the next video. Or just watch it and enjoy. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please excuse my face. I've had this makeup on all day. Like literally all day. I got up this morning at like 9 o'clock and I did my makeup and then went to go do my makeup client. And I'm finally home. Like I just got through unpacking all my stuff and cleaning and sanitizing everything and, you know, getting stuff put up. And it's now... I've went to the club, I went shopping, I've done everything, got my kids, I've cooked, I've cleaned, and now it's like 3, or probably going on 4 now, a.m. So, yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Please excuse my greasy face. And I hope you enjoy. Bye.